the dollar dances on our asses!
Hey, welcome everybody. This is Anxious and Angry, your host Ryan Young, along with...
Oh shit, we're doing it. It's Lindsay McMullen.
Ah, you ruined it, you dumb dick.
I got so excited because we were being professional. It's Lindsay Aaron McMullen Beckett.
I was trying to do the morning show guy.
It did sound like you were on the radio. Checking in with you on the road.
Checking in. Good morning, everybody. How you doing out there in La La Land?
Dude, this is, not to jump right into anything. I know we usually ramp up to this, but you doing radio speaker voice made me just remember that Colin and I last night, for some reason, started watching a 35-minute compilation of music videos from, was it 2001 or something like that?
Okay.
It was all the top songs back then. And one of the things I realized I missed was the radio and not having control over the songs that you were going to listen to and just waiting to hear oh, I know they're going to play this hit soon.
I think here's something that punk damaged me as a kid because it made me you're supposed to hate the radio.
Totally.
If you're a punk
and that's
kid,
fair.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's that era. But as a kid, I would tape songs off the radio.
Yeah.
And a cassette tape, and I would make it if I knew a song was coming, I'd just be sitting there ready for it.
Dude, waiting to press that.
Oh God, same. I forgot about that. But yeah, no, the radio itself, the closest thing is just a random streaming radio, they call it, but it's not the same.
No, it's not at all. And it's also, we watched the music back then. One thing Colin mentioned, he's all of these songs that were, so it was all the top 10 hits of that year. And he's all of these songs are different from each other. None of these songs really sound the same other than there was a lot of there was some Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but other than that, fucking Eagle Eye Cherry to Casey and JoJo.
But if you go even further back, it's wild, man. I follow this account, social media account that just takes you back to a certain year every day,
mm-hmm.
and a certain date and a certain month or week. I guess it's done by the week.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells you what the top 10 songs are, and it just does a clip of them. But it got me to buy a Starship record.
Whoa, really?
It was the A side is Jefferson Starship and the B side is Starship. So, of course, I read all about their storied history. But the one thing that I learned from purchasing said Starship record is Starship has 3 hits.
Mm-hmm.
They have We Built This City.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah. And Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, the Mannequin song.
Right.
That's all you need. Everything else is bad from them.
Oh, okay.
So they really knocked it out of the park with that. But the rest of it is just, it's not for me.
That's fair. It's cool to give it a try and give it a listen. I mean, God, take me back to those days, man. The fucking slow jams, the Casey and JoJo, the Faith Evans. My God, so good. Anyway, it sucks getting old.
I'm trying to think of the band that I liked that I tried to get into. It was along the lines. It was that weird era of soul in the 90s.
Yeah.
That fuck. Then it doesn't matter. But I tried to listen to it again and it was terrible.
I mean, it is funny to also go back and be like, whoa, I liked this. This shit sucks.
Yeah,
But
it totally sucks.
oh, so much good stuff. Everything's so different now. Anyway, hi, what's new with you?
Nothing. Taking the
Yeah.
weight loss pill right now.
Okay, so I know you've dabbled in this before because we used to take green tea pills on tour.
Well, I
was
mean,
supposed to
that
make
was
you lose
funny.
weight.
I remember taking the like hydroxy cut, like
Yeah,
gummies
same.
and shit. We were just fucking with that. But
Yeah.
now this time I'm actually taking it because my fucking blood work is so out of control
Oh, okay.
that it was recommended that they're like, I mean, you're like on the cusp of this, like you can be approved, but you don't really need it. So I
Mhm.
was like, all right, well, let's turbocharge this. It was like,
Yeah,
fuck it, I don't
right.
care.
Um,
But it says it was kind of disappointing in the metrics where it was like, you'll lose if you stick with this and do it right and do it as prescribed, you'll lose like 10 pounds in 3 months, something like that. Where I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, I could lose 10 pounds in 4 days if I just by not
You
eating.
God, you and fucking Colin says this shit too.
It's true.
Yes, you can, but that's not sustainable. Like you can't lose 10 pounds in 3 days and then keep it off. But if you take the pill,
Well,
or
my whole plan
are
is
you
to
doing?
fluctuate heavily for the rest of my
Oh,
life.
yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like if I can
Are you
get
doing?
down to 188, right?
Okay.
I could go apeshit for like 3 months doing whatever I want.
But then you have to lose the weight again.
So I got pills for it.
Oh my God. Okay, so are you taking the pill or are you taking the injection?
No, they wouldn't give me the injection because I did it online in a really sketchy way.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Through one of those ones where like you have to have a doctor's visit, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
And you just have to tell them like, no, I'm definitely 250 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they don't require any documentation. So I will say,
And no nurses or anyone medical professional. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear that's bad for you. You're going to die. I don't care. I found out how to get rid of panic attacks, by the way. Like when you have a panic attack, you just go, is this the one? Let's do it. Come on, pussy.
What, you threaten it?
Yeah. It works. It goes away.
Okay. All right.
You just have to not give a shit about living. And like all of a sudden, boom, the panic attack
life's so
stopped.
easy.
Yeah. So anyway,
I guess.
continue.
So you have to take it and then not eat or drink anything for 30 minutes after you take it.
Yeah, I don't eat all day.
That's
Anyway,
true.
so-
God, you and Colin, Jesus Christ. Like,
One giant meal right before you go to bed. That's how I've lived my life.
this household too, apparently. So it might make you really sick some days. But it fucking works, man. So I'm excited for your little journey.
Did you get a haircut?
No, it's just my bangs are just really long, so I just pushed them out to the side.
Have you considered cutting them yourself?
That's something you do when you break up with your boyfriend. So
I just
will
know
not
that's
be cutting
a
my
thing on
bangs.
the internet. So
it's a dangerous, scary place to go as a
dangle that in
woman.
front of you just to see if you could get you to do it on the air here.
I mean, I've thought about it. Maybe I'll do a Patreon, and if you guys pay me, I'll do it. No, but I mean, I think it's good. You got to get your fucking body and your life together. So
no, I mean, I used to be good at it, like going to the gym and it's like just got busy, man. Like, and I just don't fucking, I have so much to do that just the idea of going there. And I know once I do it 3 times, I'll get hooked on it.
yeah, you used to go all the time. There was a period when you were like living there
on tour.
Yeah. You know, I think, and for some people, all it takes is actually seeing like a little bit of progress for them to be like, okay, now I can like get back into this. Like you make time because you're like excited because you're seeing results. I think you can do it
I
again.
also, I just don't
It's
really give a shit what I look like, though. I guess I'm a fat
yeah,
fucking piece of shit.
but
So
but you said it's for the blood work, so it's not about looks. It's about getting your body
yeah,
right internally.
sure.
Um, I dabbled with it a little bit, I'll say. Um, for me, it was more of a matter of and Adderall helped a little bit with this at first when I first started taking it, but it doesn't really any
Pause.
longer.
You seem
Uh-huh.
to know how to game the system to get these pills. So I'm assuming that you did that as well.
Yes, but not for the Adderall. I have a
No,
prescription.
for the weight loss thing. You went online and
Yeah.
you like lied about yeah.
Yeah, of
Okay. All
course.
right.
What are they gonna do? Check it? Um, I don't care. Um, so my problem is after surgery, my last surgery, um my body immediately went into menopause, and I have no more hormones, and I can't take any hormone replacement therapy drugs because the reason I got cancer was because my body was making too many hormones. So that you can't take hormone replacement, which for women it fucking sucks if you can't. It's hell on earth. After that happened, I like cannot lose weight no matter what I do. And I'm not like overweight, but I'm like, oh, I don't look as good as I used to. And maybe that's like, I don't know, superficial. But as somebody who works out all the fucking time, it sucks when you're like, why do I look like this when I didn't used to look like this? Um, the other thing for me is I have what I learned is called like food noise, where all you in your brain all day long, you just think about food. And I've always had that. And I thought other people always had that, where it's like, okay, I eat breakfast and then almost immediately I'm like, okay, where am I getting lunch? But it's not because I'm hungry. It's because like I think part of my lizard brain is thinking like, what if you can't get food later? Like, what if you can't afford it? What if the grocery store's closed? What if like I don't know, any number of stupid things. Part of it does come from childhood and being poor. Um, but I've never been able to work that out. So I have a problem where if somebody offers me food, I don't care if I'm so full, I'll take it because I'm like, well, what if this is the last time somebody gives me food? Like it's a weird thing. So I was like, I just need to fucking eat less, which seems really easy, but it's fucking not. Um, and the pill, absolutely, day one, I'm like, oh, I haven't thought about food all
I don't
day.
even know what it's. All I know about it is what South Park. They had an episode about it. Where
What did they say?
they just like treat it like a heroin, where they're trying to score it, and they're like all the moms are,
Yeah,
and Randy
it-
gets hooked on it too. And the
I mean,
joke though is like they're like, well, we're gonna go out for pizza, Randy. You want to go? And he's like, no, I'm good. That's like
yeah,
the
it's
joke.
fucking, yeah, but that is what it is. Like I, I mean, you've seen me eat before. You know I can eat. Like I will eat if there's food on my plate. I will eat. I don't care if I'm full. I will eat. I don't have that thing in me that says like, okay, you're full. Why don't you just chill for a second? And that completely changed it. Like the minute I was full, stop eating. Doesn't matter how much food's left on the plate. If I've eaten half of it and I'm no longer hungry, it allowed me to stop eating. Um, and you just don't think about it anymore. So for me, it was just eating less. I was just eating
Yeah.
less. So it worked. It was great. It was fucking awesome.
If it's so awesome,
Um,
why'd you stop taking it?
it's so
Is it?
fucking expensive. Yeah. Because insurance doesn't cover the pill yet. I guess it's only the injection. And if you do it online, you have to pay like $400 a month for it basically. Because I don't have a doctor. Like I'm not like getting it through like my doctor in person, I guess, or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
My
just too
dose was
expensive.
$99.
Dude, can I buy some from
Should
you?
I start selling it? I don't know. Who knows? I'll
But
probably be like, oh, yep, this is expensive. Or I got on one of those deals where I subscribed for a lifetime.
yeah,
First thing $99, second one $2,000.
yeah, that was where I was, where it was like the first time it was like $99 and it was like $349 after that.
I've been known to fall for a CD club scam here or
Yeah.
there.
God, speaking of nostalgia, CDs in the mail. God damn. Um, but I think it's great. Like I know you can do it. I know that if you want to do it, you'll do it. And I think it would be
Don't care either
I
way.
know. I'm just trying to be encouraging.
Yeah, I don't need it. That's fine.
Cool.
What else is going on?
Let's see. World Cup almost over.
Yeah, once the US got booted, I stopped caring.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Lindsey Graham died.
Dude, I was up at night, and when that news came in, and I was just like, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. I actually weirdly know a lot about that guy
Okay.
because I remember listening to a podcast where they interviewed him years ago, because a long time ago, he was best pals, like brothers, with John McCain, right? Now, say what you will about John McCain, but compared to today's conservatives, he was almost like kind of a liberal.
Yeah, he was definitely center focused,
He
center
certainly
leaning.
he certainly was, had a lot of shit, but if we're just going by today's standards. Anyway, so he would work with people across the aisle and like come to compromises and do that. And when John McCain died, and like he said something to the nature of, now that he's gone, you have to form an alliance with the most powerful people or else you'll be forgotten. And he chose Trump.
Jesus, that's dark.
Or like like in politics, and I'm super like misquoting, but like the gist of it was, if you don't cozy up to the most powerful people, then you won't get anything done and you'll be forgotten. So he did that with Trump, which is just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Just like spineless bullshit. And ever since then, fucking all the gay rumors, whatever, all that shit was just
Yeah. It doesn't.
That's not the reason why I'm laughing, of course, but like, for someone to just latch on to this piece of shit like that, fuck this guy. Good. I hope they all start dropping like flies.
I know. I thought we were going to get a 2-for-1 with him and Mitch McConnell, who's apparently still alive, allegedly.
I love that nobody believes
I
that.
know. I know. All the MAGA people are even like, that's fucking AI. It's interesting that all these, I mean, it's not surprising, but all like Kamala Harris and Al Franken and all these Democrats come out and are like, oh, we may have disagreed, but he was one of my closest friends, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, fucking read the room, Kamala.
Did you see she's thinking about running again?
I saw that because apparently she like had a meeting with Mamdani because she wants to like get to learn more about his like the socialism thing, or like get in with the socialists. And there was that meme of Steve Buscemi with the skateboard, and it was like, hello fellow teenagers, but it was her, and it was like, hello fellow socialists. Why would they? I mean, again, I shouldn't be surprised.
If they haven't learned
shouldn't be
anything
surprised
at this point. Yeah, no,
Yet I am.
They're fucking, it's ridiculous. I don't even really want to talk about it, but like the fact that they're thinking like, yeah, that's the one to run back.
Why would they? You have to wonder, are they that stupid, or are they fucking working with Republicans? Like, are they? It doesn't make any sense that they would actually think that this is what anybody except for her wants. It's insane. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's such a disservice to people like Mamdani and all the people who are Democratic Socialists who won their elections over this last month. One thing I kept seeing was Democrats saying, oh, we need to figure out where we went wrong or why we're not connecting with the people or what our missteps were. And it makes it seem like this, like Mamdani and them only won because the Democrats weren't good enough. But those people won because that's what we want. Like I feel like it's almost like dismissing the fact that they're Mamdani and everybody are telling they're saying what we want to hear and we agree with them. It's not that we're picking the lesser of two evils, which is what we have to do in the presidential election. It's
Every time.
Yeah, it's just that that's what we wanted. So unless the Democrats are going to move more socialist, it doesn't matter who you run, you're just the lesser of two evils.
Dude, call it whatever you want. Just fucking take care of everybody.
It apparently is so easy. It's happening here in New York.
I have to figure out a way to make money for people close to us because they just spent their entire fucking life savings on medical bills.
Dude.
And they're of retirement age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what are you supposed to fucking do? They live off something like less than $2,000 a month Social Security that barely covers like, you know, the rent and shit. I don't know, man. That's so the fact that we're labeling it all like socialism and
right.
Just shut up and take care of everyone. I don't give a fuck what you call it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they're saying like one of the reasons that Democrats are so scared of people like Mamdani is because he's showing that you can just get shit done. You don't have to, and obviously the being president is a lot more complicated than being mayor. But he said, these are the things I'm going to do. And everybody's like, yeah, we'll fucking see. And then he just did them. It was like, you can just do it. You can just have universal childcare. You can just freeze the rent. You can.
I think if you don't have special interests in your ear controlling what you do,
exactly.
You can kind of do whatever.
Exactly.
But that's kind
the problem.
Our whole system is built on that. Whoa, ring light.
We're not doing the ring light again. This is kind of related a little bit tangentially, slightly.
Tangerine.
Tangerellini.
All right, what?
Tortellini. The ring light. So I found this. I went down this TikTok rabbit hole this weekend. I need to get you a real ring light.
This isn't mine. I don't know.
Well, it must be.
It goes on and off on its own. I don't know what to do.
A haunted ring light. Have you seen this? It's like, I don't even want to call it drama because it's like somebody's real life. This guy on TikTok whose Citibank like basically took his money and won't give it back to him.
I have not seen this.
Okay, I'll keep it really short because it's the videos are long, but they're long because he recorded every single phone call he had with Citibank like customer service and then posted them so that everybody could see that this is insane. So the long and short of it is he is a veteran. He is fully disabled. The only checks he gets are from Social Security and another like government check monthly. That's his income. He has a family. He has a wife. She is his like caretaker basically because he's fully disabled. He called Citibank and said, I want to close my account. I will have 2 checks that will be deposited like in a week or so. If I close my account now, will those funds be rejected? So then they can be deposited to my new account. And they're like, yes, absolutely. Once your account is closed, we cannot take any more deposits. It'll be rejected. It'll go back to the treasury. And then you'll get however they want to do it after that, you'll get it. He's like, cool, perfect. Close my account. Of course, those checks came through and were deposited in his account. So then he called and he was like, hey, I need to get this money out of my account. What should I do? And they're like, well, you can't withdraw it because you closed your account. And he's like, well, but that's all my money. You were supposed to reject it. Okay, well, we'll investigate. I think they said in about 90 days, if we discover that this shouldn't have been rejected, we'll cut you a check. And he's like, I can't wait 90 days. Also, it is 100% illegal to hold on to federal funds. Apparently, after the housing crisis in 2009, 2008, they made a bunch of regulations around deposits coming from the federal government because so many veterans got screwed over. It's 100% illegal. So he has posted all these videos going back and forth, where Citibank's just like, I don't know what to tell you. It's closed. Then he noticed after about a week, the funds went from like $5,200 to $4,900. And then they went to like $4,500. And he's like, well, where the fuck is this money going? I can't withdraw it and I don't have any deposits. So what's happening? This account is closed. And they're like, they're like, well, we can't give you your banking ledger because your account is closed. So we need to get special permission. And he's like, you have to. Legally, you have to give me you have to show me where this money's going. Anyway, long story short, he gets a lawyer. The government attempts to withdraw the money back from the bank. Nobody can get it. Then they call him on a weekend and they're like, okay, we opened up your account and now you can take that money out. And he's like, well, no, I can't because I just told the government that I don't have this money. So if I withdraw it, they've already issued a cancel stop check. If I withdraw it, I'm committing a crime. Like, I can't do that. And they're like, I'm just telling you what I'm authorized to tell you is that if you want to take that money out, you can take it out. And he's like, no, it's 100% illegal. Anyway, it goes on past that. But I was thinking how crazy it is that this guy happened to notice that Citibank's just skimming a little off the top there from his account. He happened to catch it, but like how many times are they just skimming a little off the top from people?
So what happened?
We don't know about. It's still ongoing. I'm waiting for him to post a TikTok for today because the bank is supposed to call him today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is very fresh. But if he just kept saying, like, if this was a person who stole my money, they would go to jail. And you're a bank and you're stealing my money and you're telling me there's nothing I can do. He's like, I can't pay my rent. I can't do this, can't do that. Because I was supposed to have $6,000 and now I don't even have that. Now I have like $4,000 and you won't tell me where it's going. And it just fucking, dude.
Yeah.
It just sucks out here. Everybody's just taking your money.
Very frustrating.
It's very expensive.
It sucks that these people don't prey on each other. They prey on people with nothing.
Right?
You know?
You're gonna prey on a fully disabled veteran instead of robbing each other. It just makes you sad, like that this is the state of the world. It's hard that everything is frustrating.
I listened to an entire podcast today. The latest edition of Serial.
There's a new one?
I don't know how new it is, but it's the newest one.
Okay.
It's about a guy on death row.
Okay.
For raping and murdering a lot of women.
Jesus,
yeah,
okay.
It's gnarly. But it just follows their whole the defense attorneys. He's on death row and about to be executed in Texas. But he swears he didn't do it. So David Leonard Wood was convicted of raping and murdering 6 girls and women in El Paso in 1987. Although he was found guilty and sentenced to death, Wood has spent over 3 decades maintaining his innocence, and his legal team continues to fight his conviction. That's the gist of it. But this brings me to a question of like, I'm not sure how you feel about the death penalty. Um, I know there's just certain things where I'm just like, just kill these people, right? And but what if it is the wrong guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
mean,
always felt that way where I like this guy in particular, guilty or not of these, which it's really funny because this, like, you know how podcasts and documentaries, they're very convincing.
oh yeah, for
They're
sure.
very convincing of one side of the argument, and like the prosecution on the other hand of this, like, they don't take part in it. So like there's no other side. Um but you know, they interview the mother of one of the girls, and this was 40 years ago that she died.
Jesus.
Yeah. And she's been waiting for this guy to be put to death since then. Um, anyway, whether or not he is guilty of these murders, he did admit and is guilty of raping 2 teenage girls in a park.
Okay.
So in my head, it's just like, eh.
Ugh.
I know, right? It gets complex. It's complicated. And I know that everyone has very strong opinions about this, where it's just like, do you think that he's also part of the Aryan Brotherhood?
Ugh.
Which I know in
we're not
prison
making a strong case
you
for
sort of
him.
have to be.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of federal prisons, like, you don't really have much of a choice and shit like that. But I don't know. I feel like this would be a very interesting thing to talk about, but it is Serial from Serial Productions and the Marshall Project. The podcast is called The Last 12 Weeks. It's 5 or 6 episodes. That's it. Listen to the whole
Okay.
thing today. And I listened to it, and it's very convincing about whether or not he is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, right? But
Yeah.
and they interview him in it. But it's like, it stirred up wild feelings, and I can't really talk to anyone about it because I don't want to give it away. I don't want to,
Yeah.
like I told Lindsay, I was like, tomorrow, listen to this at work and let's talk about it. I'm curious how you feel, you know?
Yeah, I will definitely listen to it. Because that is tough. That's a tough question. You know, there's been a number of like other podcasts and articles that have come out post the first season of Serial where they've picked apart what they think Serial did wrong or got wrong about, what was it, Adnan?
Adnan Syed.
Yeah, about what they got wrong about the case. And a big thing that they said was it was very much leaned heavily on he was innocent. So
Of course.
which is what oh my God, what's wrong with me? Sorry, it's been a long day. Documentaries usually do. Usually the director has a point of view and that's what they go with. Which I have to remind myself sometimes when I'm watching or listening to those that I'm probably, even though it seems like I'm getting the full story, I'm not actually. I'm probably getting 50% of it. I will listen to it because I don't know how to answer that. Like, yeah, I want to say
it's a crazy question. Like, where
I feel like I can't say no. I'm not for the death penalty, and then also celebrate when the CEO of United Healthcare is killed for his crimes. You know what I mean? Like that makes me a hypocrite.
I think that shit evolves, and it's much more complex than,
There ain't no nuance on the internet, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think listeners can sort of understand that this is a difficult thing, but like how how I feel is like the guy's a
Yeah.
rapist. It's fucking, I don't care if
Yeah.
he dies. I just don't
But
at
then
all.
if you say that, devil's advocate here, if you say that, what about the next person who is found guilty and all the evidence points to his guilt, but he claims he's innocent, and you maybe the evidence is circumstantial, like you just don't know, but he robbed a bank or something in a past life or committed some sort of heinous crime, and he or she, not to be sexist, he or she is put to death on like flimsy evidence, but they used like a past arrest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, this seems like this guy sucks, but then don't you have to apply that logic to every other case where it's like, I don't care if he dies because they did another bad thing. So they should die for that bad thing, even though they didn't get the death penalty for that bad thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know. And this is why I'm talking. Like, I don't know. All I know is my gut feeling right now is like, Ryan, like, this guy raped like 13-year-old girls.
I mean, it's fucking awful.
That's fucking crazy.
But this is so tough. I feel like this podcast is evolving into like two friends who are dumb bitch badge, who are having the conversations that you usually have secretly in the van or something. Now with, which I like.
If we were in the van, I would be much more colorful about how I feel about this, but I don't know. I'm just trying to not listening to like getting all sorts of media thrown at you where it's obviously biased. The whole world is that. Everything. None of us believe anything.
That's
anymore,
true.
right? That clouds so much more of this argument of like, I don't know.
Nothing's real anymore. I'm going to ask my brother to maybe write us an email, because my brother interned at the Innocence Project. And I'd be curious his take on this, and I'm sure he's listened to the podcast, and just kind of in general, because obviously if you're working for the Innocence Project, I assume he doesn't believe in the death penalty. And
right. And I absolutely 1000% understand advocates that are against it, right? Like they're very empathetic towards human life, whereas I'm less so.
Well, it's the trolley problem, right? There's a trolley coming down the track. There's one person tied on the tracks that the trolley's going to hit. You have a lever that you can pull. Wait, sorry, other way around. There's like 4 people on the tracks. The trolley's going to hit them. You have a lever you can pull that detours the trolley on a different track, but it'll run over and kill one person instead of 4 people. Would you pull the lever?
Yeah, I don't know if that's really a A to B thing there, but yeah,
the way I'm thinking about it is what you're saying is, do you think he should fry? My thought is my brother or whoever doesn't support the death penalty would probably say, I'm willing to save this guy's one life, even though he deserves it, to save everybody's life who might be on death row who doesn't deserve it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like it's
also, here's the other thing is it that crazy that the police can frame people?
No, they certainly do it all the time, I assume. More often than not, exactly. I would say.
And that's who you're believing is basically police over but there's certain facts that obviously it's a case by case thing. It's just tricky.
Yeah.
It's like who should be the person who is in charge of whether someone lives or dies?
That's a huge question.
That's the question, I guess. I don't know.
I would say
this is something where like I would love if someone smarter than me could talk to me.
Yeah.
Like you said, your brother, like, cause I'm open to learning about any topic
Right,
ever.
of course.
But particularly this one it's rooted in deep emotion for everybody.
Definitely.
And if you take that away and just like hit me with some stone colds, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to ask him if anybody listening has experience in any capacity in this realm, whether it's for the Innocence Project or like on the other side. Maybe you worked in a prison. I don't know. We would definitely love to hear it. I would like. I think my final answer on that would be I am not for the death penalty. But as you talk, I understand what, like if you were going to say, well, oh, should Osama bin Laden not be put to death then? Like you can't say you can't say you're against it and then be like, oh, but I think that guy should die. And that's where I like trip myself up because I start to think, yeah, but shouldn't Hitler have been
Stopped.
killed? Yeah,
It's a weird
it's
thing.
tough.
And I guess state-sponsored killing of anything is probably not good. And this is a very embarrassing thing to work your way through publicly.
It is, but I kind of like this vibe that we've been going with because I think it's these conversations we have, everybody has, but everybody's so worried. Anybody who has a platform is so worried about being like canceled that they don't talk about serious things or
Right,
they
right.
have they give the safe opinion. What are you going to cancel us? I can't do the podcast anymore because I'm canceled? Great.
Yeah. Cool.
My Monday nights are free then.
So anyway, anyone who has not or would like to chime in on this, listen to Serial on the Marshall Project present The Last 12 Weeks. It's 5 episodes. I think they're a half hour long each. Like I said, I listened to the entire thing while I was working today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, if nothing else, it's very interesting to see how the defense was building a case trying to get a stay of execution in 12 days. That's all it is. So,
Yeah.
And
All right.
write in and let's talk about it next week.
I would love that.
It's like, I want you to listen to that before you read any more about this guy.
Okay.
Because I did the opposite. I did that. I'm sorry. I did that. Exactly what I'm saying. I listened to the whole thing and then I was like, okay, but this sounds like it's all, well, they're just following around defense attorneys. So I was like, why? He says he was targeted by the police because they just didn't like him, which is okay. Even if that's true, that's crazy.
Right.
Why were you around every single person that went missing? You know what I mean? Like that's as much as I'll get into afterwards, where I'm like this, but the point isn't whether he's innocent or guilty. It's beyond that. Anyway, let's.
Do you believe in the death penalty essentially?
Yeah.
Well, let's wait and then get some responses from listeners. I'll have my brother write in, and he can prove how much smarter he is than his sister.
There you go.
Which I'm sure he would love. All right. What's going on with the band? What's going on with the record? What's going on with the tour? What's going on with
nothing. I finally went
went
down and started working on the song I've been working on for a while. And
nice.
Just kind of cranking through stuff. There's like 40 tickets left for the second Denver show.
Hell yeah. When is that?
That's August 8th or 9th or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know because I got laid off.
Yeah, so you're not welcome. But we are going to go to Yellowstone on the way home.
Oh, and I'm so excited for you.
I did see a video of a bison just launching a poor old dude.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
The crazy thing is they were like, again, stay away from, it seemed like the guy was pretty far away from the bison.
We got yelled at we got yelled at once. We saw other people get yelled at quite frequently when we were there, who were what I thought I thought far away from the bison.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, back the fuck up. now. We were in Yellowstone. We were right by Old Faithful. They have like this boardwalk. Oh, God, I can't wait for you to fucking go. I'm so excited. They have this like boardwalk through the geysers, and way up ahead on the boardwalk was a bison, and we were pretty far away. And Colin took like 1 or 2 steps closer to get a better picture. And this ranger on a megaphone on the other side of the bison, which now that I think about it, I'm like, don't yell. You're going to upset the bison.
Right? Yeah.
She gets on the megaphone and she was like, do not take 1 step closer. She's like, you either have to turn around or you have to stay there. And so we waited. We couldn't even see it. It was like behind the trees. But if we had kept walking at that point, we would have been pretty close to it. But like I said, we were keeping what I thought was a very safe distance. But as you saw in that video, they'll fucking come for you.
Yeah.
Real fast.
They're huge.
They're huge. I'm not going to go into it again because I know I've talked about it so many times on this podcast. I cannot wait for you to do this trip because it changed my life. And seeing them in the first thing in the morning, sun rising, seeing this herd of bison in front of you is like, it's magical. Like, not to be fucking lame about it, but it's like fucking magical.
Is it magical?
It's so magical. I'm jealous. You're gonna have so much fun. So you're gonna do that on the way back from Denver?
No, from San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco, yeah. Recess Romp, is that sold out?
I don't know if there's tickets left for that or not. I haven't really checked. As you can tell, I haven't paid much attention to that. I've been busy getting all my shirts out, which is finally done.
I was going to ask, how are all the Compass shirts coming along?
They're done. They're all out there.
Oh, yeah.
Except one. I'm just waiting on one thing, but yeah.
I was going to say, are you just holding that one shirt back because that person pissed you off or something? Or
Nah, it's just one of those funny things where they got a Mermaid Island captain's hat. And I was like,
nice.
Oh, I'm out of captain's hat. So I ordered the captain's hat. And then when captain's hat showed up a week later, I was like, oh, I don't have the Mermaid Island art. So I had to reorder. It was just yeah. Anyway, that should be out today. I made a bunch of Blitz merch for the band Blitz that I'm friends with the bass player of Blitz.
What's Blitz?
Blitz is one of the first Oi bands to ever exist. The British band Blitz. And I don't know why, but I just don't sell any Blitz shit. They're like, they're one of the original bands of the genre, and I told him, I was like, I'm making a bunch of this stuff and I'm gonna sell it. I'm now convinced that I'm just failing, and I will not let that fail. So
all right,
so he goes, you have my blessing.
All you Blitz heads out there.
And he said, funny, I'm listening to the podcast right now. These red flags are funny.
I have an update from one of our, speaking of that.
All right, bring it on.
Let me pull it up here. And then I also we'll need to decide what we want to do next, because we also have listener write-ins, and then
we got write-ins.
Yeah. And then I also had a few people write in to ask, they're like, who's this Dave you keep talking about? And I was like, oh, I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh no. So our boy Eric wrote in. He was the one who had the ex who started an IV on him.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I remember this now. Sorry. A lot has happened since then, but
a lot has happened. Eric says, so basically she asked me if she could start an IV on me so I could see how good she is at it. She also said that she likes to stab people. She started the IV on herself another time and told me after the fact that if she ever went missing, there is, quote, a lot of blood and DNA in our bathroom sink. The cops would have a lot of questions for you. For the record, this was within 2 years of our relationship, and we stayed together for 7 years.
Wow.
So Eric really, he hung in there. Good for you, Eric. It just sounds like she was an irresponsible nurse, and that makes me nervous.
She sounds kick-ass. There's one
I
thing I
mean,
know,
you
it's
just
nurses fucking party.
dude, nurses party, they're mean, but, like, not they're, like they have, like they get on TikTok and they have
Oh, yeah.
attitudes,
Well, they have to
but
work in that environment.
I can't even fucking
Yeah.
imagine. I will say the nurses I've had throughout my couple of years have been goddamn earth angels, but I see you on TikTok with your big water jugs and, like, attitudes, and I'm scared of you,
Yeah.
and I respect you.
They cut loose in ways that should be studied.
Shout out to our
Yeah,
nurses.
nurses.
Okay, so we have listener write-ins. We also have I wanted to ask you if you'd heard about Matt Miller, the ESPN football draft analyst.
I thought he was a rapper.
That's Mac with a C, Miller, and I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Oh, okay. No, what's Mac Miller? Shit.
Matt
Yeah.
Miller.
What happened?
Matt. So Matt Miller worked for ESPN as a draft analyst and was in a pretty bad car accident the other day. He got on social media and said, I'm recovering. They had to do a life-saving amputation of my arm. So I don't have an arm anymore and I'm in the hospital. And his sister started a GoFundMe for his recovery. And then it came out that it turns out ESPN's Matt Miller has been scamming people out of money for fucking a decade.
What?
So what our boy Mac Miller, ESPN draft analyst, did was he would start fantasy football leagues as the commissioner. Okay. They think it was roughly 91 to 100 leagues. The buy-in would be $100 for everybody, and he would say 50% of the buy-in money is going to charity. The other 50% will, for running the league, it'll go out. Yeah. If you win, you get 50% of it. So somebody posted somewhere on Reddit, has anybody ever been paid out as a winner of Matt Miller's fantasy football league? And then people started commenting, no, I was in one of his leagues. I won. I never received any money. And then I guess when the accident happened, it really started to snowball. So he would get people who would write in and be like, hey, can I get paid this 50%? And he would either ignore them or say, oh, my ESPN draft fantasy football league got hacked. I can't give you, I'll get it to you. But basically never paid out any of the money to any of these people who were in his fantasy football league. So it's 100 times 10 people in the league times 91 leagues. That's however much money he's been keeping for himself. He also offered football scouting lessons for anywhere from $500 to $2,500. Everybody was ghosted. One person got a 30-minute virtual session for $2,400. The kicker is he was saying all this money went to charity. The charity that he was mentioning was his charity, very much like the Human Fund or whatever George Costanza did. Yeah, it was the Human Fund.
Human Fund.
He basically did a human fund where he was like, I had this, he said he started it after the Black Lives Matter movement. He wanted to give scholarships to minority students who wanted to go into journalism. So not only that's how he was advertising the football leagues, but he also started a GoFundMe to fund that. And based on research, the charity has not existed since 2018 at the very latest. Wow. Yeah, it received a cease and desist letter then, and if you look it up, you can't find a single student that was given a scholarship based from this fund. So he had $26,000 in the GoFundMe for this fund, plus all the money from the leagues, the 91 football leagues that he was the commissioner of, plus all the money from the football scouting school that he did. Never responded to, basically ghosted everybody over the years. How he got away with it, I have no idea. But what they think happened is that all of this stuff was coming to light and that he was trying to kill himself in the accident because he was driving, crossed the center line, ran headfirst into a pickup, like a semi-truck or a pickup truck, most likely to try to end his life because it was about to come out. But now everybody knows about it because he lived, much like the crash, I guess. He lived, and I would have never heard of Matt Miller.
That's wild.
Dude, and ESPN like had posted like, our boy Matt Miller, here's his GoFundMe, like blah, 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 until all this came to fruition. But doesn't that seem like so much work? Just get a job. Like,
yeah.
That's
it's
wild.
Like why these NBA players like bet on shit, you know? It's like, you guys are making millions of dollars. Why are you making like $20,000 bets on under 3 rebounds?
Do you think it's like somebody like, I don't know his background, but like, do you think it's like you just feel like you just never have enough money? Like, what is
it's got to be the thrill of it, you know?
It's scamming people out of money for your fantasy football league is so lame. Like,
it's incredibly lame. What do you... I think that this could all be boiled down to this guy. It seems like a butthole.
Is that what it is? I just wasted everybody's time.
Just a butthole.
Because he's just a butthole.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that sucks. So stay tuned. If Matt Miller owes you money, you ain't getting it.
Yeah, you're fucked on that.
But definitely be in our fantasy football league next year because I won't scam you. I promise.
Yeah, I got to do that. All right, are we gonna do listener ones on Thursday or what's happening?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, everyone, have a wonderful week. Next time I see you, I'll be so skinny and hot.
Weight loss journey, hashtag.
I hope I die. All right. Later.
Bye.